As the hottest DJ in the city on WLUP Radio, The Loop, he talks so fast, he's been timed at 750 words a minute, with gusts up to 1,500. Now, he's creaming the competition with America's newest infomercial talk show. It's the Danny Bonaduce Show, with Danny's infamous house band, Kevin Montagna and the Critics. And superstar guest, Shaolin Kung Fu Grandmaster Tsai. Now, get ready and watch Danny get his brains beaten in senseless and enjoy it. Here's Danny Bonaduce.
I'm very excited. My guest today is Shaolin Kung Fu Grandmaster Tsai. He's a former martial arts world champion and is regarded as one of the most dangerous men in the world. He teaches authentic secret techniques from ancient China in a videotape called Protect Yourself. He claims that in just 30 minutes, anyone, no matter what your size or physical strength, can be so deadly you can protect yourself in any situation against virtually anyone. Please help me welcome Grandmaster Tsai. You're my first guest without a tie. I like this.
Oh,
again, we just got you up, I guess. Tell me something. What is the difference between self-defense and what you call protecting yourself?
Well, self-defense is something you think like a victim and you have to defend yourself. Well, protect yourself, you can think yourself not like a victim and learn how to protect yourself.
So you think of yourself as the winner or the aggressor? I don't
well, see, this is what happened here. People ever have to defend themselves. You know, people ever get in confrontations, you know, how they get nervous, scares.
I've been all these things.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I understand you study martial arts.
Yes, for about 20 years.
A lot of people study martial arts, even study martial arts. When they come in real face-to-face situations, they get nervous, they get shook up, they think about what I do. Do I block this? Do I do this? Do I do this? Well, guess what? You don't have much time to do that.
Right.
If you really want to protect yourself. So the difference is, let me just give an illustration example.
Okay.
If you were walking down the street and there's 2, 3 thugs coming at you and in a dark parking lot, and you know they're going to probably do whatever they're going to do to you.
Take my wallet, whatever, right?
Well, how you feel now?
Scared.
Scared?
No, I'm full on scared.
That's normal. That's
okay,
normal.
good, all right. So far I'm doing well in this one.
You see?
I know I'm really scared.
Now you got it.
Okay.
Now, let's turn the whole situation around a little bit. Because when you're scared, you don't do. You hesitate. You do a lot of things that you shouldn't do, and before you know it, you become a victim. Now let's turn the whole story around a little bit. If you see there's 3 people going after somebody you love, like your children, your friend, your wife, and you see these 3 people is going to hurt them, and you've seen it, and you could do something. How you feel now?
I'd feel enraged. I'd feel like it was time to respond.
Okay, so there's something that we teach there. It's called the switch to protective thinking.
Right, I was going to ask you about that. What is this protective switch I've heard you talk about?
If you can switch over the thinking, then you don't think like a victim. You know, if you think like a victim, we're going to be a victim. It's that plain and simple. So when you learn to be more protective to yourself, your natural response is totally different than say, what do I do now? Because what do I do now, no matter what you learn, won't help you.
Okay, now you don't only just tell people about the Protect Yourself tape or teach classes. I've seen your name in the newspaper, and on the news, didn't you have a student who helped catch or fend off a notorious
What happened
attacker?
is one of my girl students, she weighs about 105 pounds. And you know how forgetful we are, and she was doing her laundry, and she was coming up. She forgot to close her door. And there was a waitress a few years ago on Lakefront in Chicago. And this person been going to people's apartment and do things.
Oh, I remember. This was in the news.
Right. Well, guess what? He came into her place. And she came out of the shower with a towel on. First thing she did is she looked at this guy, and he had a little knife on his hand. And she come and told her. And she didn't think of anything, being afraid or what do I do now? She took one simple strike. He hit the ground. One simple strike, and really? You know what? She didn't hit hard enough. If she hit this a little bit harder, he wouldn't get away, but he crawled out of there and took off.
Crawling out is good enough for me. I happen to hit very hard. In practice on the bag, I carry a good you know, thought that was a good thing. You tell me you don't have to use a lot of force. That my wife, when she's not pregnant, usually weighs about 100 pounds. You're telling me my wife carries enough strength to stop an attacker like that?
Well, to be able to overcome anybody, once you understand the vital area, nervous system in the body, all you got to do is a light hit. Doesn't have to be hard. In fact, I'll show you in a litlittle bit.
Actually, I want to see now, because I know punches, kicks, spin kicks. I want to see these small. I understand you have some students with you that you can bring out the mats, please. Want to bring out? It looks like we're going to go for a little kung fu or self-defense or protect yourself demonstration. All righty. Now, good thing these mats are here, because I don't want to hurt you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. See, Kevin, what happened here?
All right, now, what is the difference between self-defense and protect yourself?
Well, in self-defense, when you learn something, you always get back and get ready.
Right, you teach, it's called a one-step. This guy goes back like this, right?
Guess
but what if a guy just surprises you and goes like this? Oh, jeez. All right. But sometimes there's not an attack. What if they just do this? I'm okay, but you killed my microphone. All right, one more question. I'm going to ask you this from a safe distance. Now, if people come up, and this, let me, I'm trying to be a surprise now. Let me just grab you.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to, once I grab you, I'm going to apply some pressure.
Right.
Because I understand from what well, because I understand that you have less than 3 seconds to react before you can choke someone out. Is that true?
Actually, you have split second to respond to knock your opponent out. So 3 seconds is a little too long.
Oh, good. All right.
Okay.
Now, don't do anything yet.
Okay.
Wait. All right. Now, wait. I've got you. Now I'm going to grab. No! What did you do? What did you do to my side?
But see, that's called eagle claw in martial art.
Well, I hate it.
When he grabs it.
Oh! Now, I have to ask you something. When you knocked me down and threw me all around, that was neat. I saw what happened, sort of, kind of, maybe. But all of a sudden you did, what was that thing where you did where it just hurt my side really bad? I didn't even see that.
Well, see, this is derived from Chinese Kung Fu.
Right.
The technique in there are based on the animal system. The one I get
hit me with an animal?
That's the whole idea.
You had a little rat.
That's the whole idea. But what I did is use one eagle claw technique. So when I get hold of you and turns your body around a little bit, you feel great.
Yeah, it was wonderful for me. Now, my wife is a very small woman. She weighs in around about 100 pounds. Could she do that? Because I'm thrilled over that eagle claw thing. I'm stuck. That was could my wife do that?
Absolutely. Any 90-pound woman, weakling, big person, little kid, anybody can learn these techniques. These techniques are so effective that you don't need a lot of strength. It's just need the know-how.
Now, why are these tapes better than going to a martial arts school for self-defense, for protecting yourself?
See, to go to all the, you need a lot of time committed out of the money.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And traveling. Actually, to learn how to defend yourself, don't need to learn so much. Right move, 1 or 2 moves will do the job. Wrong move, 10 moves won't do anything.
Right, so it's like instead of learning 1,000 ways to defend yourself from this punch, you learn one way that really works that you can do like that.
And also do it instantly to be able to disable your opponent in a split second.
Yeah, I caught the instantly part. I got that. Well, let's tell people how they can get it. This is great. It's Master Tsai's videotape Protect Yourself. You can call the 1-800 number on your screen. And again, my producers have worked out a deal with Master Tsai that you can get 50% off when you call the 800 number on the tape. Protect yourself.
Men, women, what if this happened to you? What would you do? You can't find your mace and no one's around to help. So what should you do? Protect yourself. Introducing Grandmaster Tsai's Protect Yourself series. Dozens of easy self-protection techniques you can learn in less than 30 minutes to defend yourself against anyone who tries to attack you. You've seen Grandmaster Tsai demonstrating his amazing Protect Yourself techniques on national TV. Now it's time to learn them for yourself.
don't freeze up.
Grandmaster Tsai is one of the top world-renowned self-defense experts. He's taught his simple self-protection techniques to law enforcement officials, Olympic gold medalists, and world and national champions.
Don't hesitate.
Now he shows you how to protect yourself from any attacker in less than 1 second using Kung Fu animal techniques that have been used for centuries. At home, on the streets, at the mall, even on a plane. Whether you're a man or woman, young or old, big or small, you can release your natural ability to protect yourself in a split second. Guaranteed. It's easy.
We must drop and stop attackers. This is the #1 goal.
And protect yourself is a must for the person you love. Learn how a simple tap with one finger can knock out an attacker in a split second. Discover the 5 points in the human body that are the most vulnerable and how you can use them with as little as 4 ounces of pressure to drop an attacker in less than a second.
Practice makes perfect.
These full-length videos were designed for people with no self-defense experience. You'll learn these techniques in just minutes. But the self-confidence and peace of mind you'll take away from the Protect Yourself series will last a lifetime. Don't become a victim and don't let this happen to someone you love. Call now 1-800-460-5687 and order the Protector program with Grandmaster Tsai for only $39.95. 1-800-460-5687. It's not available in stores. Money back if you're not delighted. Call 1-800-460-5687.
Now, how about this for protecting yourself? Mace. What about if you came at me and I got my can of mace and I sprayed you?
You know how long
kind of like that.
You know how long it takes to do that? By the time you pull out your pocket, your purse, you'd probably be dead by then. That's one thing good about a hand and a feet. It's one of the most deadliest weapons and tools we can have. But learn how to use them in the right way is the most important part.
So it would normally, if by the time you realize you're under attack, it's too late to get to your mace or...
Unless you walk around going like this and don't face your own face.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Right. But these things are good, but then again, it takes, when things happen, it's called it happens.
Right.
And when it happens, or right before it happens, you should be able to take charge and protect yourself.
But right before it happens, aren't you going to be terrified? Aren't you going to be shaking and hence make mistakes?
Absolutely. That's what most people do. But when time you learn this technique and there's a switch protective thinking, it's actually basically a command. It's like, if you walk on the street right now and there's 3 guys coming at you and you got 2 big Doberman.
I'm doing the eagle claw thing right away.
Can you imagine? You have the eagle claw, the technique in there is called a dragon, a cobra. It's all basic, based on the animal
But
technique.
it's not complicated like trying to get your, the black sash in Kung Fu, the expert thing in Kung Fu?
Well, sometimes you know too much, you can actually be taking time out and hesitating, try to choose what you got to do.
Right. Too late.
Simple, effective technique. Like even a lady, if they had to protect themselves, and if somebody come big and attack them, and she actually does it, worst thing she probably have to do is repair her nail.
I love that. Now, most martial arts schools, in their advertising in the yellow pages, the first thing it says is improve self-confidence. Now, I would assume if you felt that you could save yourself from attack under any situation, that would improve your self-confidence. Have you noticed that with your students?
The minute you switch to protective thinking, anybody can feel like a Superman.
Wow.
With this technique and knowledge.
All right, now I gotta ask this. How about have you ever actually had to apply these techniques on the street for survival?
Well, I have done a lot of that because I had to.
Wait, did you just say I did a lot of dead?
Dead.
Oh, a lot of that. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was starting to think, oh man, the eagle claw, I'm gonna die 3 days from now.
Let me tell you what happened one day. See, I was in this place, and lots of people back then, when I first came to America, people used to take me for Japanese, and because of World War II, and they had a war, and they always were making fun of me. I've been to the war, and then
Right.
Anyway, the whole misunderstanding is this person really thought I was, and I happened not to be Japanese, but he thought I was. And he had this grudge from the war, and he wanted to really attack me and teach me a lesson, because he was mad.
Right.
I have no reasons, and that's what I avoid from this guy. He had quite a few friends with him as well. And when he came up to me, he says, I think I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to hurt you. I said, please don't, because I'm so small. It's just small, right?
Now, did you say you said, please don't hurt me?
Right,
and tried
don't
to
hurt
win
me.
that way? That was nice.
And he kept it up, and he kept on, and when he come up close to me, he finally said, even if you don't fight back, I'm going to beat the living daylights out of you. I said, no, you won't. And he just about ready to make move, and he was on the ground.
I love that. He's about ready to make them.
And you know what I told him? I forgot to tell you why you won't, because it never would happen. And it's so simple, and what was so good about the whole situation was, when he hit the ground, all his friends didn't want any part of it.
No, I can imagine.
Because
you see the critics,
so
they ran like, oh.
So the good thing about it is it's simple, easy, effective, and it doesn't take a lot of strength, a lot of training, you know, take a long time. You can learn it. See, it's a knowledge and know-how. That's the whole thing. You can learn so long, doesn't matter if a 6'7" guy comes at you, you be practicing all them kicks and punches. See, the only time people can hurt us is when they get close.
Right.
And by the time they get close, these techniques are so effective, it's a nightmare for any attacker to be close.
Oh. Let's give our viewers a chance to get it. Once again, if you're interested in getting the videotape course, Protect Yourself from Grandmaster Tsai, you can call the 1-800 number on your screen, and our producers have worked out a deal with Master Tsai, and you can get it at 50% off. So feel free to dial up.
Men, women, what if this happened to you? What would you do? You can't find your mace, and no one's around to help. So what should you do? Protect yourself. Introducing Grandmaster Tsai's Protect Yourself series. Dozens of easy self-protection techniques you can learn in less than 30 minutes to defend yourself against anyone who tries to attack you. You've seen Grandmaster Tsai demonstrating his amazing Protect Yourself techniques on national TV. Now it's time to learn them for yourself.
Don't freeze up.
Grandmaster Tsai is one of the top world-renowned self-defense experts. He's taught his simple self-protection techniques to law enforcement officials, Olympic gold medalists, and world and national champions.
Don't hesitate.
Now he shows you how to protect yourself from any attacker in less than 1 second using Kung Fu animal techniques that have been used for centuries. At home, on the streets, at the mall, even on a plane. Whether you're a man or woman, young or old, big or small, you can release your natural ability to protect yourself in a split second. Guaranteed. It's easy.
We must drop and stop attackers. This is the #1 goal.
And protect yourself is a must for the person you love. Learn how a simple tap with one finger can knock out an attacker in a split second. Discover the 5 points in the human body that are the most vulnerable and how you can use them with as little as 4 ounces of pressure to drop an attacker in less than a second.
Practice makes perfect.
These full-length videos were designed for people with no self-defense experience. You'll learn these techniques in just minutes. But the self-confidence and peace of mind you'll take away from the Protect Yourself series will last a lifetime. Don't become a victim and don't let this happen to someone you love. Call now, 1-800-460-5687 and order the Protect Your program with Grandmaster Tsai for only $39.95. 1-800-460-5687. It's not available in stores. Money back if you're not delighted. Call 1-800-460-5687.
Now, what about only 30 minutes? I studied martial arts every single day for about 15 years, yeah. That seems like a long time, and I never reached the Grand Master status. How can you do it in 30 minutes?
Learning how to protect yourself is a totally different focus. See, you want to focus on 1 or 2 moves to be able to overcome any attackers.
So you're saying you don't have to be in any kind of good shape to do this? Oh, I love this.
And you know what? My grandmother could even do this.
Really?
Yeah, and she's 90 years old. And
I know just what I need my mom learning how to do this. I'll be
well, you know, actually, a lot of my students' parents do that, and the kids listen real well.
I'll bet. I'll bet. Now, we were talking about distances earlier, about when they get close, but I thought you said earlier that there were 4 fighting distances.
Right. Most things, these things happens. 1 is a kicking, swinging, and the second is swinging. 3rd is a muscling, grabbing.
Right. Wrestling kind of move.
Wrestling kind of move, okay. And these techniques are actually before it happens. The technique that I teach in here, the most effective, that's when it happens. When people get close enough. See, you can't hurt me unless you're close enough to me. I can't hurt you unless I'm close enough to you. Well, attacker always come and attacks. And if you're a victim at the beginning, what happened, we have to understand, when you attack me, you're totally wide open. You see, when you attack me, it's not a problem. It's all the opening is your problem.
Right. Now, we were talking backstage earlier because I'm a fan of you. I've seen you on your public access show where you teach self-defense courses as well. We were talking about the taps, that you can just tap people and stop them. Right. Is that a fact? I mean, do you really feel confident that I weigh 160 pounds? Could you stop me with a tap?
You see, do you ever get a pinched nerve?
Yes.
Okay. Does it feel bad?
Yes.
Okay. You ever see a big person get a pinched nerve and they move the same way you do? They can hardly move.
Right.
Well, in our nervous system, doesn't matter how big and how small you are. It's maybe you're bigger than me, so you can take 5 ounces strike, I can take 4 ounces strike. But difference is only ounces strikes. If you hit the right spot, no matter who it is gonna go.
All right, you said I could probably take 5 ounces, where you could take 4 ounces. 5 ounces? Yes. That's nothing. You're saying you could...
You see, it's not how we hit, it's how we penetrate.
Wow, really, I love this. Now, can your techniques be defended against? What if, now this would be interesting, what if a guy I really hate went out and bought your course, and then attacked me with your stuff? Can this be defended against?
No.
No?
You cannot be defended against. You see, and I tell you what, only time you can...
If Donny Osmond gets a hold of this tape, I'm killing myself.
Actually, we're getting a phone call from their office. The reason it's a harder defense, because when you attack me, you're attacking. You're not thinking about defending. The ultimate surprise is my response. That's why a little person, small person, can do it. It's when I'm countering, that's when you can't do anything. Because you're so busy thinking what you're going to do, you don't even know what hits you. And that's what's so good about this technique. It's also not only simple, but easy and quick. It hits you before you even know it. And so you can defend on something you can see. You were talking about a couple of seconds. See, when my...
That was when I was stupid enough to put my hands on your throat. That won't be happening again.
But see, this is what's so good about this technique, though. It's a natural. So the minute you commit it, it's natural. So like when you attack me, I don't know what you're going to hit me with. There's only one thing I know.
Apparently nothing.
Right. No, what happened is I really know the outcome is you're going to hit the ground. It doesn't matter. So no matter how you attack me, you're thinking you're going to do something to me, but before you know it, that's why the split seconds are hard to defend, because usually when we see, think, and respond, it takes about quarter seconds.
No, and that's, I got to tell you this is totally true. We went to rehearse before the show, so I could decide, I'll say, well, I'll grab you this way, and what will you do? And this was the shortest rehearsal I ever had, because you said it doesn't matter how you grab, it doesn't matter what you do.
That's right.
We actually had no rehearsal in the sense that of which way I would attack. You just did it like that.
Because it doesn't really matter. You see?
You know how much that bugs me?
Because of the nerve system and pressure points in your body are so sensitive. If a woman had to defend themselves, you ever get a sand in the eye or a little dirt in your eye and it hurts so bad?
You know all these little things that annoy people. You must be very annoying at parties.
Nobody ever invited me to parties. Because when they ask me a demonstration...
Oh, I can't imagine you at a party. Well, nice to see you. Wow, wow. Eagle Claw. But yeah, I mean, any little thing can certainly drive someone to great lengths of pain.
You know, I put this program together for a reason. See, I have children too. I have loved ones just like we do. Now, one of the most important things is we can feel comfortable, feel good about ourselves when we have capability to do this. But more so that my children or my loved one, when they learn this, I can feel safe that they can learn this. And it's one of the great programs because everybody can learn in the family. They can watch it together, and they can pick it up right away. And you know, it's not teaching a bad guy how to do this. Because bad guy usually grab anything, do anything.
Right.
See, it's teaching the honest people, good people, literally have a skill and know-how if they ever need it.
How about children? What age can people start learning to protect themselves?
I think any age can be attacked and should protect themselves.
Really? I mean,
anybody can be attacked and get hurt. They should learn how to protect themselves. So I teach kids at 6 years old.
Really?
Doesn't matter.
I'm so glad you didn't bring one of them with you. This would have been more than I could take.
Actually, we have them stand outside the line waiting.
Well, gee, I'm sorry, the show's just about over. Now, when people come into your school or buy your course, Protect Yourself, the videotape, are they surprised by how simple it is? I mean, will I be surprised by how simple it is to do?
It's really simple. A lot of people make it so complicated. The basic fundamental, the vital area, how to use your mind. Your mind is the most deadliest weapon in the world. Once we know how to switch our mind to in a thinking right way, guess what? It works for you every time, and 100% of the time. See, back in China, when we used to look, the system come from the Shaolin system. Back then, we used to fight against the emperors in the Manchu dynasty. They used to have these opium shipping into China. Well, the emperors do the opium themselves, so they would protect these things. And these martial art masters, the three system masters, train certain disciples. They have one goal, and their goal is to burn the drug. You know, they have drug problems all over. And when they go in there, they have a problem because handful of disciples, thousands of soldiers. So they have to practice these techniques so effectively. 100% of the time, they can fail. Effective, opponent doesn't even make noises.
Oh, I like that.
And be able to get in and out before they even notice. So we apply some of these effective technique for everyday living, everyday self-defense.
And the longest technique takes how long, would you say? The longest technique on
I
your
think
course?
if you cannot handle your opponent and put him down in a split second.
Less than 1 second.
10 minutes won't do you less than 1 second. Wow. You see, when it happens, that's one thing good about this. When it happens to you, you respond. When it happens to you, it's done. It's over.
Well, just about out of time. Master Tsai, is there anything that you want to tell us that I didn't get around to asking, something we should know?
I think I feel bad because in society there's so much violence going on. You never know. If you have to walk down the street and you feel insecure, you feel you have fear. Some people have to go to work. They have to go to certain streets and parking lots.
Go to school, sure.
Of course. And you know what? Learning how to protect yourself could be a best life insurance. And then don't go through all the complications. Get back to basic. Get back to simple things. Things really work for you. And I wish everybody safe.
That's great. Thank you. I'm going to shake your hand now, okay?
Okay.
All right.
You're not going to attack with
No,
the left.
no,
huh?
thank you very much. See you next time.
Men, women, what if this happened to you? What would you do? You can't find your mace and no one's around to help. So what should you do? Protect yourself. Introducing Grandmaster Tsai's Protect Yourself series. Dozens of easy self-protection techniques you can learn in less than 30 minutes to defend yourself against anyone who tries to attack you. You've seen Grandmaster Tsai demonstrating his amazing Protect Yourself techniques on national TV. Now it's time to learn them for yourself.
Don't freeze up.
Grandmaster Tsai is one of the top world-renowned self-defense experts. He's taught his simple self-protection techniques to law enforcement officials, Olympic gold medalists, and world and national champions.
Don't hesitate.
Now he shows you how to protect yourself from any attacker in less than 1 second using Kung Fu animal techniques that have been used for centuries. At home, on the streets, at the mall, even on a plane. Whether you're a man or woman, young or old, big or small, you can release your natural ability to protect yourself in a split second. Guaranteed. It's easy.
We must drop and stop attackers. This is the #1 goal.
And protect yourself is a must for the person you love. Learn how a simple tap with one finger can knock out an attacker in a split second. Discover the 5 points in the human body that are the most vulnerable and how you can use them with as little as 4 ounces of pressure to drop an attacker in less than a second.
Practice makes perfect.
These full-length videos were designed for people with no self-defense experience. You'll learn these techniques in just minutes. But the self-confidence and peace of mind you'll take away from the Protect Yourself series will last a lifetime. Don't become a victim and don't let this happen to someone you love. Call now 1-800-460-5687 and order the Protector program with Grandmaster Tsai for only $39.95. 1-800-460-5687. It's not available in stores. Money back if you're not delighted. Call 1-800-460-5687.